Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing what they secretly want to tell you spread for all of my Capricorns out there. So, let's get after it. Okay, here we go. Sun, rising Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, 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 rising Venus, and Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. What do they secretly want to tell my Capricorns out there? What do they secretly want to tell my Capricorns out there? Here you go. Okay, so 3 popped out. We're going to take those for sure. Okay. So here we go. Interesting. All right, so 3 that popped out. One was the Lover's card. The first two that fell out, guys. Okay, so number 1, the Lover's card. So we have a twin flame connection here. Okay, we have a twin flame connection here. All right, and the interesting part about this here is that we also have a 5 of Cups energy here. So what this tells me is that looking back in regret, if you will, there was a slight break in the relationship. I'm really picking up strongly on this. So this was a twin flame connection, and you have the 5 of Cups where this person was kind of looking back in regret about how things ended. And so we have a situation where this person communicated with you again. We have the 8 of Wands communicated with you on social media, okay, and began to reconnect with you, if you will. I'm not getting the sense that the relationship kind of fell apart because of any kind of infidelity. I think it was just merely just a misunderstanding, if you will, and that kind of sent things on a bit of a you guys kind of took a little bit of a break, okay, and you kind of realized that, hey, you know what, the grass is not greener on the other side. And I really love this person, and I really have a really deep connection with them, okay? And you guys kind of found your way back to each other, okay? So we talk about social media here. So there's this connection with social media, and you guys reconnected again with that, through the means of that, okay? Now, with that being the case here, we still do have a 9 of Wands energy here, where the person, you know, just stay a little bit cautious, just a little tepidly cautious, still a little bit scared, that things will fall apart again. But no worries, I think things are pretty solid here. Now, the good news here is we got the Page of Wands here, is that, you know what, this is a new exploratory energy. The time the time that you guys had away from each other, separated, there was this real sense of growth here. And there's also a real sense of adventure and willing to live in the moment, if you will. That really wasn't the case before. There was a lot of things taken for granted. Now there's this sense of urgency, wanting to move things forward at a more rapid pace. Okay, explore new things together. New energy, if you will. Okay, kind of doing things, thinking outside the box. Things you guys would normally do. Now you're like, hey, let's go for it. Let's do it. Now, that being said, we got the Queen of Cups energy here too. This person is willing to be loyal and devoted. Also, we have here the King of Swords, which represents a person that makes really wise decisions at the spur of the moment. So when it comes to being able to make really hard decisions, they're pretty swift with it, okay? They can kind of transition and pivot, which is exactly what happened in this situation. You guys kind of separated for a little bit. Things were kind of chaotic, and then there was a pivot, if you will, okay? And we have the Wheel of Fortune moving in a direction in favor of things. Really, this particular time, this time out, it's going to be better than before, all right? And it's going to also be a lot. There's actually some stakes at this point, okay? And the time away really did both of you guys some good. So with that being said, let's see what the potential blockages are. What are the potential blockages to this particular situation here? What are the potential blockages to this particular situation here? What are the potential blockages to this potential situation here? What are the potential blockages to this potential situation here. Okay. Cards I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Feels good. Okay, so first blockage, we got the Hermit card. Okay, doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of self-reflecting. How this can be seen as a blockage is simple. There's a possibility to overthink this thing here. Okay, you know, let's not overthink this thing here. Things worked out in a positive direction. Things are moving in a positive direction. There's no reason to kind of overthink it, if you will. So that's what's going on with that here. You know, the sense that I got to kind of slow it down. I got to really, you know, get into the deep minutiae. There's no reason to do that. Things are working out fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Also, another potential block is Ace of Pentacles. Kind of, you know, thinking, wow, okay, well, you know, I feel like this is a real opportunity. This is something solid. A lot of potential here. But is it though? Do they feel the exact same way that I do? So that's what's kind of going on with that. Okay? Don't second guess this situation. You guys are absolutely have a twin flame connection with each other. You guys are soulmates. So things are going to work out. Now, with that being the case, that's not to say that you guys are not going to have arguments and disputes with the Five of Wands. Again, that's seen as a blockage. Now, I feel as though this is really why you guys separated to begin with, because of the arguments and the disputes, the lack of compromise. The lack of compromise. Okay. The key to any long-lasting relationship is learning the art of compromise. Okay. And I know that firsthand. So, yeah. You gotta compromise, folks. You can't be right all the time, okay? And so that's something that really needs to be learned here. Also, we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Moving very strategic, methodically, moving moving slow. There's no reason to kind of take your time, move slow here. The lane is wide open. Okay, it's wide open. It's a wide berth there, wide open. So you can just kind of go at it full speed ahead and kind of floor it to achieve the objective. Things are going to be okay. I know once bitten, twice shy, that sort of thing, but you don't have to worry about it with this particular situation. In addition here, we have the Ten of Swords. Again, worrying about being stabbed in the back, being hurt. I really get the sense that that is over. That's over, okay? So there's no real reason to really worry about that at this juncture anymore. Things are going to be okay. All right. Also, we got here the World card. Things coming full circle. Middle, a beginning, and the end. So things have pretty much come full circle with this situation. Okay. And so there's this sense here that since there is a beginning, a middle, and the end, that you're kind of thinking, wow, I hope this isn't the beginning of the end. And I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. It's the end of the beginning. There's still a whole lot more miles on this thing. Okay, so there's no worry there. All right. And finally here we have the Three of Wands. You know, just waiting for something better to come over the horizon, if you will. And there is truly the fear. And I'm not saying that that's maybe, you know, not something to watch out for. I mean, don't take anything for granted, okay? But I think that, you know, if you're trying to hold on to somebody and you're seemingly having to watch your back the whole time to make sure that they're not, you know, bringing somebody else into the situation, or they're not being faithful to you and things like that, you're really cheating yourself out the experience of having a full-throated, deep relationship where you can really build on, okay? And that's something that you don't want to do. So, you know, if I were you, I would just kind of relax, strap in, and just, you know, ride that baby till the wheels fall off, and let's see where it takes you. All right? So with that being said, let's see what additional information spirits want to give before I shut this thing down. What additional information the spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? Okay. So, fortitude to continue to move forward. Okay? You know, no restrictions. Just follow that path right on through. Just keep on marching forward. Also, moderation. Keep marching forward, but pace yourself, okay? It's a wide open berth, but pace yourself. Give yourself time to take everything in, to appreciate the experience. Good experiences and bad experiences, because we can learn from both equally. Okay, so take time, do things in moderation, and otherwise, enjoy the journey. Okay, and finally, patterns. Pay attention to patterns. Okay, if you see you guys kind of start slipping off into unhealthy patterns again, example would be if you feel yourself finding the need to always wanting to be right, if you find as though there's a lot more tension than usual, recognize those patterns as though not to repeat them again. In order to understand a thing, you have to understand the nature of a thing. Okay, and that's what's really needed in this particular situation. Okay, for you to understand the nature of exactly what's going on and what patterns lead up to certain things. Trust me, there's always tells. There's always telltale signs, and this is what you need to watch out for to make your relationship more fruitful. Okay, if you do that, you're gonna be fine. All right. So with that, I'm going to say adieu. I'm going to shut this thing down. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Okay. If it does not resonate with you, that is fine. That is okay. This means it wasn't for you. All right. And so if you want to know something about your particular situation, a link will be below. Make sure you get yourself a personal reading. Now, if it did resonate with you and you want to know so much more about this particular situation, again, the link will be below. Okay. If you guys haven't already, please please share, and absolutely subscribe. All right. With that being said, wherever you are in the world, enjoy the rest of your day or night. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.